Hello, this is Spidey1958, and welcome to my Let's Play, Pathfinder, Wrath of the Righteous, episode 37. Last time we won an important victory, though it was a costly one. So I think most of this episode, or at least the first half of it, is probably going to be combat, so let's go ahead and get that stuff started. I think I have a plan I'm hoping will work. We'll see here. Doop. And we will take our standard party. Doopity. Okay, so first thing we're going to do here is skip 2 days. Actually, let's skip 3 days. We're going to recruit as many of these as we can. Then we're going to send them to join our other troops. We're going to combine here, add all these guys to here. Whoop. And we're going to move these guys out here. Now let's move them here. Okay, then we're going to skip a day. Oop. Then we're going to go up and finish off this army up here. Get us a little bit of morale going. Don't know if there's an actual way to see my morale. Okay. An easy victory with no losses. That's what I like to see. After pacifying the elementals, the soldier found the remains of a cultist sorcerer in the middle of a broken summoning circle. Despite his apparently outstanding magical power, he was unable to control the raging spirits he had brought into existence. His stiff fingers are still clutching the horrendous flail he used as a weapon. Okay. And we will go ahead and have these guys head back. Now that they've cleared this side of the river of all demon influences. They're out of movement points. So let's skip a day. Recruit. Recruit. Okay, Legion 2. Combine. Skip one more day. And now we're going to go and try the fortress. So let's go ahead and save just in case this battle goes completely sideways. They have a leader on their side, so champion, cultist, cultist. Let's go ahead and aim at him. And let's have you go ahead and aim at him. And we'll have the others hold. We'll let he has no archery troops, so we'll let him come closer to us. Okay. Okay, that just leaves Mr. Champion here. Let's go ahead and do that on you. Oh, apparently that takes your action. Well, that's not fun. So we lost 12 archers, or 12 footmen. That is very acceptable losses. Very acceptable. The outpost at Velareth Ford has recently been taken after a vigorous assault. The cultists are dead, and the Crusaders of Meldev are going on an offensive for the first time after many years of passive defense. Yay! Offensive. Okay, so we need to go ahead. That moved our war camp. So we need to go... Where is Devon anyway? Demon Army, Demon Army, Demon Army, Heaven's Fort. Dresden is way up there. Okay. Oh, and we got to go up a level. And he gets a new ability. We'll give him Cure. Maybe that will help lessen my losses. Okay. And we immediately run into a fight. The war camp moved out from under us, so we need to go catch up with it. Is there anyone behind us? I keep getting people behind us. Enslaved spawn.
Make every strike count.
Someone just got a negative level. That sucks. I don't have anything I can do about it either. Ghoul clerics. Who knew ghouls could be clerics? I guess they're undead, so I guess that's possible. Apparently I missed stuff over here. Like right there. And I missed stuff here. So you definitely need to check out the maps on even the random encounters. 3 potions, Shield of Faith. Wow, a lot of stuff there.
We do it my way.
Well, hopefully we won't have another fight before we can get rid of his negative level. Is there any reason to actually continue? Because we're just about to enter camp, so we'll just risk it. We will just risk it. Commander, we caught a suspicious lad on the road. He says he's an ally and he's desperate to talk to you. Who knows who he really is? The young man before you is trembling from his wounds and exhaustion. His boots are in tatters, and if he had any weapons or armor, he shed them along the way. His clothes are torn and his hair is wet, like he recently swam across the river. Blood oozes from the wounds on his chest and shoulders, and his skin is cracked and inflamed from the arid water of the world wound. Commander, the man breathes heavily, and words emerge as a whisper from his dry throat. My squad, ambushed, beyond the river. Help. Give our guest some water and something for his wounds. The knight's wounds heal with the help of a magic potion. Taking a gulp of water, he catches his breath, snaps to attention, and begins again. Yaker Ankello, Hell Knight of the Order of Godclaw, under the command of Perlictor Regil Dirang. Our squad is under attack by demons, far surpassing our number. Without your assistance, we are lost. They've supported the Crusades more than once in our battles against the demons, despite their, Erebeth cringes, questionable reputation. We cannot abandon our allies in trouble. If they really are our allies, then of course it's just... Anita looks Lang over closely from head to toe. I kind of think this isn't a knight at all. A real Hell Knight would be skinned alive for losing his infamous black armor. What we see here is a stranger without rank or insignia who wants us to march God knows where. Kinda smells like a trap to me. Yaka, who's attacking you and why can't you handle them on your own? Gargoyles. They fell upon us from the sky when we were setting up camp and at our most vulnerable, and they caught our forces at partial strength. The Paralictor had dispatched some of our troops as scouting teams. The flying beasts didn't fight us, they just fell on us from the sky, grabbed our fighters, and either took them somewhere or threw them to their deaths. We were unprepared for that. Where's your squad now? Not far from here, beyond the river. It's not far for a single fighter who abandoned his armor and weapons, but we can't get across the river so easily. We'll have to take a detour. Even if we can save anyone, it will seriously delay our offensive on Dresden and will give the enemy a chance to prepare. Give me one reason why we should help you. Yanker looks at you amazed. The Hell Knights are former allies of the Crusaders. After a pause he adds, I cannot make promises on behalf of my command, but under the circumstances you must be able to convince our Praelector to join your army. Hell Knights in our army? That's just what we need. We'll take the risk and try to help them. Thank you, Commander. Our forces are here. The knight points out the location on your map. The situation is critical. Please send your reinforcements as soon as possible. I will go ahead and meet you there. Okay, so let's go ahead and rest again, because everyone's tired. And back to the map we go. I probably need to get rid of this. We'll sell it later, but I don't want to carry around that evil piece of stuff. Okay. Whoops. I forgot to hit leave. Accept. Okay, it looks like that's where they are, and we're blocked by an army. Our army's rested. What's the strength of this army? It's a 3 strength, all gargoyles. Ugh. But in for a penny, in for a pound. We have to clear the way. Oh. Helps if I send the Legion instead of my personal people. Though we might be able to kill 27 gargoyles. It would be really tough, though. Oh, they have a leader. Can't reach them. Let's run down here. Well, we won that battle without a single loss. That's what I call luck. Okay, so now we can switch back to our party and go save the Hell Knights. I probably want to take out the demons south of us anyway, just because I don't know if it makes a difference in the game, because I don't know if their troops actually move to attack. But I don't really want to leave hostile troops behind me, if you know what I mean. Okay, I guess this is the way down. Looks like Hell Knights continued to fight the gargoyles even from the air. They both fell to the rocks and perished. Elemental Essence. Commander, come here, quickly. From the mountain you see a raided camp and two groups of warriors, one wearing white and yellow armor, the other in black. They are led by a tall man in white priest robes. Some of the warriors glance around fretfully, their weapons shaking in their hands. You hear the screams of gargoyles from above. The beasts are approaching the camp. Quickly, evacuate the wounded. The beasts are about to strike again. Use cloaks as stretchers. We've got to make it through. Perector, your people have to cover us a while. 2 more minutes out in the open, and neither you nor I will have troops left to order about, Crusader. But the wounded. The one called Pearly makes a barely noticeable gesture, and the swords of the troop execute the wounded. Problem solved. Retreat to shelter. I do not like this guy. If the man in white has anything further to add, his words are drowned out by the shrieks of the gargoyle as they fall from the sky. Perector will lead the unit to shelter. We need to get through to him. Can I move yet? Well, I could move, except I'm suddenly inundated with gargoyles. Let's continue on our way. More gargoyles. Hello, gargoyles. The sight before you is one macabre and picturesque. A lifeless couple, a man and woman dressed in white and yellow priest robes, lie on the ground, surrounded by the bodies of dead gargoyles. They are tangled in death. The claws of the monsters are tearing at the human's clothes, and the largest gargoyle talon has pierced a man's chest and punctured his heart. But before they died, he or his companion defeated the enemy. Suddenly the woman's eyes open. She doesn't look at you, but stares up at the world wound's horrific red and black sky. Her pale lips open and she exhales abruptly. The sun will never rise again. Even the sky here is cursed, and we along with it. Yaka, walking in front, steps over the man's body without looking, but turns around at the sound of the woman's voice. The Mendelian faithful break too easily. Oh, if all the Mendelian deities broke easily, I would be much happier. Unfortunately, most of them have good health, unconquerable will, and a never-ending desire to moralize. Darren is jeering, but looks at the wounded woman with hesitation. He shrugs. She is not just wounded. I can see the signs of severe exhaustion. I wonder what happened here. You need help. You'll feel better soon. The woman pushes away with a weak gesture. Expend your efforts on someone who can be helped. Leave me. My crusade is open. Who are you and what happened here? I am a priestess of dauntless Iomede from the Order of Sunrise Sword. Next to me is Asha Stryger, head of our order. Sorrowful pride sounds in the woman's voice. He has led our forces on raids to the World Womb many times, but this campaign, the gargoyles attacked a few nights ago, a vast number. We were never seen anything like it. Agus organized our resistance with great skill, but while the monsters were distracting our fighters, a small group of them raided the camp and took our supplies. We were left without food and water in the midst of the World Wound, where it's nearly impossible to find provisions. We shared the last crumb of our supplies and set off back the way we came. Everyone was suffering from hunger and thirst. We grew weak and could barely fight back when the gargoyles struck a second time. They snatched many of us. I saw the pain on Ash's face as he counted the losses, but he managed to rally us. We continued our trek, and soon came across traces of a recent battle. Someone had destroyed a troop of demon worshippers. In our desperation, we decided to follow the strangers, to warn them of the gargoyles and seek their help, having no idea they were Hell Knights. But we received only scorn. Every gulp of water in my unit accounted for, they said. They spared us 2 flasks and a sack of dried bread. They said we were allowed to keep the sack to use as bandages. The 2 flasks between all of us. A sack for bandages. Hell Knights. She uncurls her fists, almost grunting through her trenched teeth. I'd rather ally with a flesh-eating poisonous wyvern. Don't expect any goodness from those black tin cans. If you meet them, count yourself lucky if you don't end up nailed to the nearest fence post. A leader has to take care of their own tribe first. All the scandalized gasp. How could he do such a thing? Suddenly fell away from your first faced with the hard choice. Are you going to take food out of your own child's mouth to feed a starving stranger? What happened after that? The gargoyles attacked. Despite how the Hell Knight Prelator treated us, Astus endeavored to help them, and had us carry their wounded. But the monster had them slaughtered. Astus was beside himself. It's difficult to conceive of such evil. He told our people to go with the Hell Knights to find shelter while he stayed to cover our retreat. He was a strong cleric, but as he treated our wounded, he neglected himself, and he paid for it. That's quite a story. I can just picture it on the stage of a grand royal theater, rustling silk, gold adornments, the tragic lead singing the final aria. It is time for me to applaud, yet it's not often that you come across such heart-wrenching and theoretical plots outside of the stage. You have excellent taste. When this war is over, would you care to accompany me to some fashionable premiere? We can yawn through the soliloquies, laugh at the role-hopping actors, that sort of lark. Possibly. Then it's agreed. After the war, 6 o'clock sharp. Your commander can't be helped, but you're still alive. Allow me to help you and come with us. The woman looks at you wistfully. Why? So many deaths, so many sacrifices. Such bravery, all for what? No, I will not go with you, stranger. My commander and I will die by what we lived for, compassion and nobility. I don't want to keep fighting for a world that bows to such laws. May the goddess forgive me. Farewell. Commander, I'm not one to advise you, but you're wasting time on this fool, and the gargoyles will soon be back. That's their usual tactics. Fly up, regroup, attack again. I'm going back to my unit now, and I advise you not to stay here much longer either. I am less and less intrigued with these guys. We're here to save your butts. Uh-oh. One more should do it. And you will just hit with one of these. Okay. More magical essence. I don't know what magical essence does. Well, I'm going to have quite the selection of
I am helpful, am I not?
stuff.
I lead, you follow.
Well, I think at this point we will pause the episode, or end the episode, sorry. As always, if you enjoyed this episode, go ahead and give me a like or a comment. And if you disliked the episode, leaving me a dislike's fine. But please leave a comment saying why you disliked the episode. As always, this is Spidey 1958, and have fun gaming.